Hi everyone, it's Jenny, Pen and Bin Stitcher. Long time no see. I've been away from Flosstube for quite some time, but I thought today I might try and do another little video and tell you what I've been doing over the last year. Not quite sure if it is a year, but it's a long time, I know that. I've been doing quite a lot of stitching, but perhaps not as much as I'd like to have done. That's always the same, isn't it? We never have enough time really to do what we want to do. It's coming back into summer now, and the weather is nice today. I hope you can see I'm back here in the library. Not quite as hot as my last video though, being only April. I'm not bowling. It would have been the start of the season now coming up, but I've decided that I need more time to myself, and so I decided not to bowl this year. And I'm really looking forward to spending my weekends doing something different. I like to visit gardens and houses, and I like history and things, so we're going to do some of that, I think. Okay, so I think I might start with finishes. The first thing I've got to show you, and I'm really pleased with it, and it has been finished for quite some time now, but obviously I haven't shown you before. So it's my Sense and Sensibility sampler. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all into the camera, but I will give it a go. So this was stitched on 32 count Belfast in vintage beige, and it's by the Sampler Girl, and I finished it. I'll show you. There we go. I finished it on a frame. This is what we were planning to do, and I don't think I'd quite worked out all of the details of it the last time that I filmed, but here it is now. What we've done is we've created a frame from some little bits of wood, so you can see here, and the edges have been what's the term for that? Can't remember. Cornered. And then there's a piece of wood that has been attached to the front of the frame, and then on top of the piece of wood I've glued some very thin light felt material, and then I've stretched this cross stitch fabric over the top of it, and I've used what the UK call drawing pins or tacks to keep it into place. It's not that tidily done, but I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out. It's a little bit crooked at the top, but I don't really care. I love it. It's hanging up in our bedroom, and I think this is perfect for in there. So there we go. One FFO, and I think that's my only FFO. Okay. So I've got a couple of other little finishes. I've been at Christmas time last year I lost my stitchy bug a little bit during the summertime when I was bowling, and I wasn't stitching that much, but then around Christmas time it all came back to me, which was great, and I started a couple of little Christmas ornaments. So I'll show you the first of those. This was from a cross stitch magazine, and I can't remember which one it was. I'll put the information in the description below, but this was part of a Advent series, but I'm going to make them up as little ornaments. So this is the first one. It did have in the corner, I don't know, I think I need to put something behind that. What have I got here? Let's have a look. I'm looking at 100 books here and thinking, which one shall I use? Honestly. Okay, let's go with this one. Right, so that's better, isn't it? So there we go. It was supposed to have a number in the corner here, which corresponded to the date of the advent calendar, but I decided I didn't really want to do them all, so I took the date out and put a couple of more little cross stitches in. And this is sort of in, you can't quite see there, or yes you can there, look, it's in a shape, and it's heart shaped. So I thought I would finish this probably in time for next Christmas as a heart shaped ornament for the tree. I've also done another one, but I can't find it. I will find it. I can't find it at the moment. So there we go, that's the first one. And then this one was from Cross Stitcher. Not Cross Stitcher, just Cross Stitch from America magazine. I have a subscription to Readly, which is a online, not online, it's like an app that you can download for your phone or tablet. It's a subscription based, £7.99 a month for access to hundreds and hundreds of magazines, and all the British magazines are on there. World of Cross Stitching, Cross Stitch Crazy, does that one still exist? Yes, I think so. Cross Stitch Gold, Cross Stitcher, and just Cross Stitch from America. They're all on there, and I love them. I don't always like everything that I see in the magazines, but it's useful to have them, and only have to pay one subscription for them. So this is from Cross Stitcher. It's not from Cross Stitch. It's from just Cross Stitch. I changed the colours on this one because the DMC colours, when I pulled them, were a little bit muted, and I preferred a brighter colour. So I chose these ones, and this fabric is 32 count Belfast polka dot. I don't really like this fabric very much. It's not all that nice to stitch on. It has these little dots are painted on, and they're quite difficult to stick your needle through, but I persevered. This has a stitching over one, and also some road stitches, I think these are, and I think these little ones are Smyrna stitches, I think, or it could be the other way around, I'm not entirely sure. But that will be probably finished into a flat fold or something like that. I'm really pleased with that. As these things do, it takes longer than you think. Okay, so the next thing I've got to show you, remember in my first or second video, I'm not quite sure which one now, I'd done some little coasters, blackwork coasters. Well, I had those a few of those little coasters left over, the blank ones, and this is a cross stitch that I did from a pattern on Etsy, and I can't remember again. I think it's called 9 Foxes, and it is I'll link it below. So here it is, if I can show it you without too much glare. Probably not. Anyway, this is it finished in the coaster, and also this was my first attempt at the sewing method using Trisha Kitten Stitches tutorial. Not very successful. Well, not for me anyway. I think I'm not very good with tension if the fabric is too loose. So this one I did as I normally do it, and you'll be able to see this one a little bit better because I haven't finished it yet. So there we go, very cute. So this one I think I'm going to finish as oh no, then what do you call it, a clasp purse. It's just, I like a little change purse with a clasp top. I've got the clasp, I just need to do the finishing, but I love that, so cute. Next then, also been doing quite a lot of knitting, and I've only brought one thing to show you this time, and it's only half finished, but next time I might bring the other things that I've been working on. So this is a glove. I love, my favourite thing to knit is fingerless gloves, and I have very many of them. So this is my first one. It hasn't, as I said, it hasn't been finished yet, so the thumb hasn't been done, and the second one still needs to be done, but there we go. It's basically my own pattern. I picked this up out of a Stitch dictionary, and I love the colour, and that's pretty. It's going to be nice and warm. Of course, we're coming into the sort of weather now where we don't need fingerless gloves, but that doesn't really matter, does it? Because it'll come for next year. So I've been doing a bit of knitting, and I have been bitten by the sewing bug. I decided a little while ago, actually, I think I mentioned this in a video ages ago, that I wanted to do a project bag, and because I'd bought a new sewing machine and I wanted to try and do something with it and learn how to sew properly, and I watched the Primitive Stitcher's excellent tutorial on making a zippered project bag. She explains everything perfectly for a very new sewer, and so I've made two project bags. So I'm going to show you the first one. Here it is, and it already has my project in it. Love this fabric. Got this locally at my needle workshop. Well, she does a bit of everything. She's a haberdashery. Okay, so inside, nice bit of lining, and then inside is a new start. So I'll show you that now. This is Tyler's Lion, long dog samplers, and this is done on 25 count lugana in platinum. I bought it from Willow Fabrics online, and the DMC colour is, I've forgotten, 938, something like that. Really love this. It's stitched 1/1, and I haven't done 1/1 stitching before, and I love it. I just love it. The stitches are gorgeous. Look, they are so. Is that focusing? Teeny tiny. Also, this new innovation, Q-snaps. I've always been a hoop girl, and my mum bought me these for Christmas. I love them. They're fantastic. So much better, easier to handle, more lightweight, better tension. The whole works. So I'm a convert. There we go. This is a new needle minder as well. Christmas Day, my mum and dad and my partner's mum came over for Christmas lunch, and I was showing them some stitching that I did. They did ask me to see it. My partner's mum really liked the needle minder I had on the stitching, which was a little fox, and she asked me what it was, so I told her, and she said she thought that would be really useful for her crafting. So she asked me if I'd get one for her, so I did, and I bought one for her, and I bought this one for me, and hers was a blingy owl because she loves owls, and I had a free little penguin one as well, which she's also got. And again, I bought them on Etsy, and I can't remember where I bought them from. That's terrible. I'll link it below. Okay, so that's the first new project that I've started. There's a cat hair on this. There we go, and my project bag to go with it. And then the next project bag is this one. I can't get over how easy these were to make following those instructions. They are really easy. Okay, so I have also today followed another tutorial by Trisha, the left-handed stitcher, to make a grime guard, but that is not quite as successful. But anyway, here is my new start. This is called Coffee Sampler, and it's in the latest edition of World of Cross Stitching. I think it's by Emma Congdon, Stitch Rovia, and I've made a pretty good start. I think not too bad. Anyway, it's going to be very bright. I've forgotten to bring you the finished pictures, haven't I? Never mind. So here we are. This is the grime guard, but I made it to the right dimensions, I think, but it isn't quite big enough. It doesn't fit all of my in the back here. You see, it's a bit. So the next one I make, I'll be making one for my 11 by 11. I'll probably make it a bit more generous in the dimensions. It's entirely possible I got the dimensions wrong. But anyway, there we go. Those are the two projects that I've been working on currently. Two a bit different. This one is 28 count MCG Textiles, 2/2 DMC. Okay, so there we go. And that's what I have been busy doing over the last few months. Not very much, is it? I have been working on a few other projects, but not enough, and I've left them anyway. So you remember the Milady's greenhouse sale? I've done some work on that, and but that's about it really. I haven't really done very much otherwise. I do have a couple of other pieces of fabric to show you very briefly, because you know it's just a bit of. So I bought this at the same time as I bought the fabric for Tyler's Lion. Lovely raspberry pink, also 25 count lugana, and some 25 count magic guide, probably to start another Haid. I have bought a couple of those, so watch this space. Here we go. Oh, everything's falling on the floor now. I'm sorry, this isn't a very organised video. I'm terribly sorry. I had to be more organised here, as you know, I've been away for such a long time. Perhaps I'm just out of practice. One other thing left to say is I have finally opened an Instagram account. I got an email that somebody else had used my email address to open an Instagram account. So they sent the email to me asking to confirm, and I don't know what this is or anything about, so I clicked on the link which said remove this email from this account, which it did perfectly, and I thought to stop that happening again I would set up my own Instagram. So I have. I'm called Pen and Burn Stitcher on there. I've posted a couple of pictures, but not very much yet. I think I might do some progress pictures eventually when I make some progress. So if anybody would like to come and follow me, that would be great, and I'll follow them back. And there we go. The last thing I want to say, really, did I say that last time? Anyway, is for all those people who have stuck with me and haven't unsubscribed me, thank you very much. I know it's been a long time in the making. I did record a video in January, which in the end I decided, do you know what, I don't think I can upload this. It wasn't very good. Not that this one is, I don't know. This one might not see the light of day yet either. So I might do it once or twice and then we'll see. But anyway, thank you very much for sticking with me. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you like the video, this one, and thank you very much for watching. On the sofa behind me is my cat Toby, and I wonder, would you like to see him? I'll just turn around gently. Hello, Tobes. I'm going to say hello. Here he is. This is Toby. And he's a bit sleepy. I woke him up. But he was sitting there all nice and patient and quiet. I thought you might like to see him. He's a lovely boy. He is 3 years old tomorrow, along with his brother Tylo. And he's very cheeky. Every other house in the neighbourhood knows his name. Likes to pay them a visit, especially if they have a cat with food. Okay. There you go. There we go. That's it for today. Little short video to ease me back in, and hopefully you'll see a few more from me over the summer. Now I've got a bit more time. Happy stitching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.